Subnetting. What would be one reason why someone would want to perform this exercise of subnetting a network? First, let's find out what that means. Subnetting means that you have a network and you have decided to break that network into multiple smaller networks. Now, what would be one reason why you want to do that? Most of the times it is for security reason. It can also be for performance reason, and we'll dive into the performance reasons very soon. But to fully understand that, we need to understand the different parts of an IPv4 address. Look at this IPv4 address that we have on the screen here. This IP address is the address of one device. It can only be assigned to one device at a time. But down below here we have the subnet mask, which is a very important piece of information about the network. It tells us how big this network is. And further down we have the default gateway. It is also very important. It tells us, the network engineer, how to route traffic outside of this network. So if we want to go to the internet or to any other network that is not the network that this device is on, then we've got to forward the packet to this default gateway. Now, understand as well that every device that connects to a network needs to have an IP address. That's how it communicates with other devices, and that's how other devices communicate with it. Think about if you have a laptop and you want to print a piece of paper or some document on a printer, you're going to send that document to the IP address of the printer if both your laptop and the printer are on the same network. If they're on separate networks, you're going to send that information to the gateway of your network, and the gateway of your network will have the responsibility to forward that to the printer. And so, or to the printer's IP address, certainly, because on networks, devices use IP addresses to communicate with one another. So, as I'm looking at my IPv4 address here, I understand now the size of my network. You may not understand it yet, but me, I do. And I understand that based on the subnet mask that is given to me. For you to understand how to break this network into a smaller network, you need to understand the size of the network in the first place, because all you're going to do will be to divide that network into smaller networks. So if hypothetically this network has 256 addresses, just hypothetically, and you say, okay, I'm going to need now 2 networks instead of 1, then you're going to divide it by 2. So 256 will now become 128 and 128, 2 networks of 128. And let's say you say, I no longer need 2, I need 4 now. Then you're going to divide 256 by 4, and you'll have now 64, 64, 64, 64 4 times, right? And if you want more than that, you're going to continue to do that division. So it is very important for you to understand how many you have in the first place. So that's why you need to understand the subnet mask. But more than understanding the subnet mask, you need to understand the subnet mask in its original form. What does that mean? That means IP addresses, they come from a number system that is called a binary number system. That is the number system that computers understand. We, the humans, we understand the decimal number system, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. But the computers, they understand the binary number system. That is 0 and 1. Only 0 and 1 are the digits of the binary number system. I think that's why it's called binary, because it only has 2 digits. I think the decimal number system is called decimal because it has 10 digits. So, how do you convert a number from decimal to binary?